So I'm gonna get some chilies from the fridge, and then I'm gonna dice them up, and then we're gonna put it into this briny. Okay. Can I get it? Edit that out, okay, babe? She leaves that in. She always leaves that stuff like that in.
Hi everyone, my name is Lanica Angpak and I'm a commissioner for Governor Tom Wolf's Advisory Commission on Asian Pacific American Affairs. And I'm super excited to be able to share the spotlight with Seri Cooks, who's going to teach us how to make some food.
What does that mean?
Hello everyone, brothers and sisters.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you for the opportunity to be able to share Cambodian cooking with all of you fine ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be making Cambodian beef sticks, seko chakat or chakat seko. How do you, one or the other?
I think it's seko chakat.
Yeah, seko chakat, which basically translates to beef on a stick. So I've been working hard on this recipe. Like, I'm really excited. It's super simple, but at the same time very complex, because you know, you got a lot of components, like the spice blend, which is the gung, and then like the little seasonings around it to get like the perfect balance of flavors. Because there's one lady in South Philly that does it the best, but we can't give any away more info. Yeah, that's us. But yeah, that's what we're going to be making today. We're going to also be making a pickled papaya salad, churuk. So you may notice that me and Lanica are wearing the same shirt. So Lanica, why don't you tell us a little bit more about these cool shirts that we got on?
Sure. So the shirts that we have on, they are a limited edition t-shirt that a local brand here in Philadelphia called P's and Q's came out with around Cambodian New Year, so mid-April. And these shirts actually celebrate the strength and unity of the Khmer community here in Philadelphia. So you're going to see it says FDR Park, Phila, because there's a great Southeast Asian market in FDR Park, lots of vendors.
Yes.
And if you turn around, there's also this image of a yat or a demon in the back. And it also says, in Khmer, it says stronger together. And yeah, that's our shirt.
So we're all klang tengok.
Yes.
Is it klang? Or?
I don't know.
Yeah, so klang is strong.
Yes.
So I guess, yeah. Don't at me. But yeah, so cool shirt. Glad to support and just kind of like help lift up the Cambodian and Southeast Asian community. So very, very happy to be part of this project. So thank you again.
Thank you.
So you ready to start cooking?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. What's your favorite things to eat with beef sticks?
Sure. So every time I think of beef sticks, I think of the park.
Okay.
And going to get beef sticks, you get chicken sticks, you get churuk.
Okay.
It's a nice refresher between bites of like different protein.
Cleanses your palate,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
It's a good palate cleanser. And then also boklahong, papaya salad.
So we'll get started on our churuk. I took the liberty of shredding some papaya yesterday. Nice, decent strands here. And I also got some carrot. The first step in this is to put a little bit of salt on it, like about a tablespoon, to get them crisp when we add like our vinegar, our water, and our sugar. Hey, Lanica, would you mind passing me that strainer and bowl over there?
Sure.
Thank you to my trusty assistant or partner today.
Way?
So, yeah, let's do that way, and then you'll put it in the sink.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna give you like kind of like a bunch of stuff. Here, why don't you take 2 cups or 2 handfuls?
2 handfuls.
Yeah, 2 handfuls. And don't worry, we already washed our hands after playing with our cat. So, and then we'll do a handful of the carrot. Okay. We've got some kosher salt here. So Lanica's gonna just do a couple grinds on here. So yeah. We're looking at about a tablespoon. You're gonna kind of just massage the salt in, and then we're gonna do this for about 4 to 5 minutes. You'll notice that the papaya and the carrot, they start to get more limber. Are you starting to see it yet or no?
I feel it already.
Yeah. So that's basically the salt working as an abrasive to help release the liquids. So yeah, this is something that my mom taught me. You know, she doesn't have any written recipes. I don't think any Cambodian parents have anything written down. So you kind of just learn through trial and error, and like, you know, she does a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and then like, it's like, all right, what would you just do? So while Lanica is working on the salad here, I'm gonna grab some cucumbers. So we're gonna quarter these. We're gonna have the cucumbers, and then we're gonna quarter them into like these like little like spears, half spears actually. So I'm gonna throw these in there. We added these a little late, but it's fine. It does take a little while for it to pickle, you know what I mean? Like, it's 24 hours is the recommended time, but you could probably eat this within an hour or 2 hours. Not gonna be as sour or whatever, but I think it'll be really good regardless. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put some cold water. So squeeze all that salt out. And then we're gonna do this about maybe 2 or 3 times till the saltiness is out. I'm just gonna cut up some shallots here. Nice thin slices. That looks good. Thank you so much, Lanica. Okay, so once we have desalinated our vegetables, we're gonna put it into this bowl here, and then we're gonna add our brining liquid. So a little bit less than half a cup. So what is that, 3/4? No,
Less than half?
less than half is...
A third?
Yeah, a fourth.
Fourth.
I want to under it because I don't want to over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I like this little iridescent spoon here. So we're gonna add about a half of one. The recipe calls for about 3 tablespoons. So we're gonna just do the one right now and then taste it and see what it tastes like anyway. So, and then we're gonna add a little bit of water. So I'm gonna reach out here and then we're gonna mix this. And if you could taste it, and then you know if it tastes good, you want to taste it?
I'm good.
Okay.
You can taste it.
Oh, you know what? We're gonna put some chilies in here too. So.
Oh yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, a little bit more sugar. We want it to be on a little bit on the sweeter side. That's my preference. Let's test Lanica's knife cutting skills. As you notice, Lanica's using her knuckles as a guide. That looks good. So why don't we put that into the measuring cup there? And then could you also put the shallots in there? So you see Lanica's no stranger to the kitchen. So we're gonna bring the we're gonna mix up that brining liquid. Yeah, perfect. And then we're just gonna pour it into this bowl here. And then I'll give it a little massage. So we're gonna put this into a jar that I have behind me there. So if Lanica, can you grab that for me? You're gonna gnot it. What does gnot mean?
Stuff it.
Yeah, not gonna be pretty, I'll apologize.
It'll be pretty delicious.
Yeah, it's a good one.
So when you pickle it, you have to pickle it at room temperature?
Yeah. Sometimes you'll see like when people make pickles, they boil the water. Like for this process, you don't have to boil anything.
My family will put the jar at the windowsill, so like during the day the sun hits it.
Oh yeah. We could actually throw this into the fridge right after. So don't forget about this beautiful liquid here. Get the jar, the lid. And just give it a toss. So sometimes you want the liquid to kind of come up all the way, but for this recipe you don't have to. Like you could just give it a couple shakes and then it'd be alright. So we're gonna just wipe it dry. And then we're gonna put this in the fridge and we should be set. So on to our next step, which is prepping our meat. So we're using a very fine piece of meat here, Lanica. This is the short rib. As you can notice immediately, you see like the marbleization. So a good marble is like pretty much the fat ratio. So you know this cow was like really taken care of, you know? Probably spent a lot of days in the pasture eating grass or whatever.
Sounds wonderful.
Yeah, so the beef is very tender. This is a very tender piece of beef. And it's very good for skewering. Let's go ahead and get prepped on this meat. So this cut has bones in it, like little bones. So we'll cut around the bones. And basically what I'm looking for is like little squares, like uniform squares so that it cooks evenly. So you see how that little piece is left over? So I'm gonna cut here. Okay. We're not gonna throw it out of the way, obviously, but we're gonna like cut here. So fairly even enough that we're gonna put on to skewers. Little bit of fat on the top there. Look at the marbling running throughout this beautiful short rib. We cut up our short ribs here into like, I'd say these are about 1.5 inch squares that we are going to put on skewers. So now we're going to begin the marinating process. And it's best to marinate these for 24 hours. You know, that's kind of like the general rule. Not longer than that, you know, but like after a few hours, even like it'll still be good. So I've already got our krung mix made, and this is like Cambodian gold. So you want to smell that? Smells good.
What
do you pick up right away?
Lemongrass right away.
It's a lemongrass paste, exactly. So, Lanica, why don't you guess what's in it?
Sure, we've got lemongrass.
Okay.
I'm going to guess garlic.
A little bit, yeah.
Is it lime leaves? Kaffir?
Kaffir lime, yeah. Slukroot, that's what we call it in Sokmai.
You've got galangal. And
go on, girl. Yeah, what else?
Yeah, and turmeric.
Turmeric, yeah.
Yep.
That's it, yeah. Else? A little bit of salt. So I've got a YouTube video for this on how to make kurung. So it'll go through the whole process of it. So can I show you guys what I used to make the paste? So this is what I used the second time I made this, because the first time I made it, I used the clay pot. Let me go grab it real fast. I think I was like a little angry that day, but
it's beautiful.
Yeah, so as you can see, literally, I went right through it. So this pot is no longer good. I'm not sure. Maybe we can use it as a planter somehow, but
that's a good idea.
Don't take out your aggressions on your coconut sock. So I'm gonna do like about, I'll do a whole tablespoon or whatever. We'll eyeball it, so that looks good, right? So we'll add a little bit of salt, and we'll also add a little bit of pepper. Monica, you want to pass me that fish sauce? But please make sure it's 3 crab.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, good. So the reason I say this is because they have a bootleg fish sauce, which has like 2 crabs and 1 shrimp.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's no good. So make sure it's always 3 crab, all right? Give it, you know, whatever you want it to be salty with. That looks good, right?
Okay.
It's about a tablespoon. And then we're gonna add some sugar. And this is about another half a tablespoon. We got some honey over here. Then we give this a nice little squeeze just to coat it. So I'm pretty sure the South Philly lady put honey in hers. So, but she's got a secret ingredient.
We're trying to figure it out.
Yeah, but I too also have my little secret ingredient. So
what is it?
I can't tell you. We'll give this a little sprinkle. It adds just like the right umami to it. So has a nice little color as well. So we're gonna massage this all together, and you can just see all the flavors like combine. Look at that. Oof. My oi. What does that mean?
Mom.
Yeah. Like, oh my. Yeah. Like, oh mamma mia. It's like the Cambodian mamma mia.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh my oi. Through the magic of time, we have our meat marinated. I actually marinated yesterday, but smell that. What do you think?
It smells so good. Yeah,
like it's raw, but it smells good. Like if it passed the smell and the sight test, if you can see, like it has a beautiful color, like a
still red.
Yeah, you're getting all the hints of the lemongrass, the galangal, the fish sauce, the sugar, all that good stuff. So we're gonna begin our threading process. And if you notice this grill pan here, I've already oiled it so that when our meat touches it, it doesn't like stick to it. We don't usually grill inside. This is more like an outside thing, right?
Why the skewers in water?
It's a good question. So the reason we soak our bamboo skewers is so that they don't burn. So we just have them like sitting in water for about an hour, and then you said that you know how to thread, right? So why don't you take a couple pieces and then show our viewers what... Oh, that's a good piece, actually.
You just push it through the center.
Yep.
And pull it through.
Yeah.
Then you take another one.
Yeah. And then we're selling these for $10 a stick, by the way. I'm just kidding. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah. And then why don't we add another one on there?
Okay. Yeah. That
looks wonderful. Thank you so much. So, wow. I don't think there's anything better than meat on a stick, honestly. Like this is beautiful. Yeah.
Yes.
This is beautiful. And this is cute. Like normally you use like a longer stick, but I think this looks better. So we'll do about 100 of these, and then we'll see you like tomorrow. Was a lot of fun making. Did you like learn and have a good time making this?
Yeah, I've never made julep before, so that was really exciting for me to learn the process.
Awesome. Yeah. So for me, it was being able to use like the short ribs, because that was something I never did before, and like the flavor is like so intense. So you know, we learned along the way. Every time we make it, like we always learn something new. So for me, like this project was really important because cooking is like my way of preserving our culture and like to continue that story, you know, that continuing story, because, you know, growing up in America, I ate like Big Macs and French fries and like I eat my mom's cooking, but it's important for me to learn the cooking as well. So, what about you?
Yeah, I agree. I am a dancer, so my art form isn't cooking. It's dancing and that type of storytelling, but I feel like food has such a way to really tell a story, whether it's about like the culture and the country of Cambodia, or even if it's about like growing up here in America as a Cambodian. So,
Absolutely. So we hope that you guys have a lot of fun watching us, and hopefully you learned the recipe. We really appreciate this opportunity. Alkunchan. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's a short rib for me, yo. It's good.